Hey folks, Rainmaker.com here. This video is a super quick just movement overview thing. It's only like a couple minutes long, I hope. And it's just simply to explain the movement of the InsideRide rollers with the front fork stand and how it works and what it's kind of replacing and not doing. This isn't a full review video, though you can check out my full review in the description down below there. So this is just kind of like the movement bits. So what I've got here are the InsideRide E-Motion rollers, and then I've got the optional front fork stand, and then the resistance controller unit down there. The controller unit allows you to use it with Zwift or other trainer apps out there like Trainer Roads, Hufferfest, etc. And it goes ahead and it controls resistance on the trainer itself. So you can set it for a given wattage, all the usual stuff you'd expect from a smart trainer. And the front fork stand is essentially a way to make rollers for people who hate rollers or don't like rollers, which I'd say I roughly fall in that category. Like, roller people they're great people, they're just not my people. So anyways, what it allows you to do though is to basically kind of like not pay attention when you're on the rollers, but still have the movement of the back portion of the rollers and the front portion. So if you sort of imagine like a rocker plate, but maybe not a rocker plate. So that same kind of movement concept that you've seen in the past on other devices. So that's like the 10-second or probably like a minute and a half overview. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it. Right now I've got it in the unlock state, which means I can twist the handlebars like this, and you can see the handlebar slides back and forth. If I go down here, I can tighten this up, just one turn, and now it doesn't move. This part stays still. This part can technically still kind of move back and forth, but this part stays still. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it though. And to get on the bike, just like any other bike here, I'll go ahead and clip on this side, at least stay on the pedal. And then you're supposed to go ahead and hold both hands there like this. Otherwise, you can see the entire bike kind of leans in. It leans in, but it doesn't really tip over entirely. I can kind of get it off the ground there, but that's fine. Again, normally just hold it on there. And then here you can see right now, it's already kind of in that position right there. Go ahead and I'll just straighten things up. And there we go. So right now what's notable is that, I can take my hands off. I cannot pay attention, I can grab my phone, I can be on social media, whatever I want. I'm not gonna fall off this very easily. Even if I go like this, so I'm just gonna kind of show you how far you can go. Eventually you would tip this whole thing over, especially since I'm pretty like top heavy being a tall dude. So if I were to go like this, I could eventually tip it over, but you have to pay attention or not pay attention for a long time for that to happen. So for me, this is nice. I can certainly sit here, do what I'm doing, do something else, no big deal. So let's talk about the movement side of it. So this is giving you a bit of this movement right here, which is your front fork is moving similar to an outside bike, not exactly the same, of course. And that gives you a little bit of play on the back as well, because that's not actually set in. So that allows you to kind of sway back and forth across the roller. We'll go ahead and sprint. You can see you get some of that front and back roller movement as well as a little bit of the side to side movement there. If I go ahead and lock this now, there we go. You can see I no longer get that front movement, but I do still get the forward and back movement. Let me show you what it looks like directly from the back, because it might make more sense then. Oh, quick note from the future, if you're finding this video interesting, go ahead and like that like button at the bottom down there right now. It really helps with the channel and the video itself. Okay, so right now it's locked in place. So let me just show you the lack of movement there first. Now I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it. And there you go. That's a simple overview of what the motion looks like on the E-Motion rollers. So as far as the front fork stand itself, which is kind of one of the reasons I was interested in doing this review, I like it. I think it actually adds to the entire picture quite well. If I look at like cycling niches, if you will, I think there's certain categories of people that stick out. You've got roller people who love rollers and do no wrong for roller sort of thing. Great, if you love rollers, awesome, good for you. People who love rocker plates, sort of in the same category, but they're just not me necessarily. So As far as this though, this gets pretty close to what would be me. Like, I like the motion here. I think the motion is super valuable, especially if you're doing really long trainer rides. That works out well. I like the fact that I'm not going to fall off. And I know that's like a silly thing, like the roller crowd loves to say, but if you work at it, you won't fall off. That's great. I don't really want to do that. I want to sit in my trainer and get through my workout and maybe do something else while I'm doing that. Just me, again. If you love doing that, awesome. So this works out great for me. Yes, I could still technically fall off, but it would take a lot of effort. That's that. Now, the one downside of this, and I talk about this in the review a bunch, power accuracy on this is not exactly awesome. They don't have any way to calibrate it unless you have an existing power meter, which is fine, but to me that's like cheating on the test. Either you're accurate or you have a way to self-calibrate, or you're not accurate. There's no like gray ground there. If you have to power match, as what they're doing here, that's not really being accurate. That's just cheating off the person next to you. So that's sort of a bummer. But I think a lot of people that are probably going towards this already have a power meter, in which case you can do power match and life is great and the world is grand. So there you go. That's the 2-second review. That wasn't really supposed to be a review video, but this thing's already way how long is this video? It's too long. That's all I know. So enjoy. Oh, but what I do know is that Eurobike is like next week or something, or the week after. It's in the next 2 weeks. It's really, really soon. And that is where a bunch of new trainers come out, maybe even new rollers. I have no idea. But I do have an idea, but I don't. Anyways, moving on. Stay tuned to the channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button at the bottom there, because we have plenty of sports technology stuff to come. General rule of thumb, do not buy any trainer in the last week or two before a Eurobike. That would be a poor life choice. As soon as Eurobike hits, which is the first week of September, go forth and buy whatever you want. There'll be nothing new after that point in time. Have a good one.